going on, everybody? It's your boy Cali BG Control of a brand new video. I finally get the opportunity to do the question of the day. Why do folks have issues with interracial relationships when love knows no color, basically? This particular subject, to be honest with you, that kind of hits home for me. For anyone that knows me on a personal level, I am basically a biracial kid growing up, and my parents, they were an interracial couple. My mom is black and my dad is white. They met in the military, and from what it seemed like, it was such a challenge for them because they felt that they couldn't do what anybody else would have done. I feel that when they tell me these stories, how they were disowned by certain groups of people, race, ethnicity, they didn't believe, and a lot of people kind of looked at them like Weird Al Yankovic type of thing. But anyway, what the moral is, why do people have trouble with it? I feel as if sometimes people don't want to understand or maybe accept different cultural differences. I'm quoting that because I feel like a lot of people don't really understand what it's like as far as dating outside their race. I mean, don't get me wrong, you're gonna love a person for who they are. Intellect doesn't matter about the accessories, doesn't matter about ass and tits. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna love a person for who they are. I just feel like, unfortunately, there are people out there that feel like that don't understand that maybe they haven't been around a bigger environment, basically. Cultural difference, I think that to me, I feel like it plays a major part in an interracial relationship, because I feel like you have to understand where they come from. How's their culture? How did their culture handle things differently than what your culture when you grew up was? Have I met other racial couples in the past? Well, yeah, absolutely. They seem fine. One of my closest friends, Delia, she's Hispanic. She's married to a white dude, which he's cool as fuck. I mean, I'm not going to take that away. I remember even asking her this. I think it was like sometime a couple years ago. No joke, a couple years ago. I said, how does it feel to really be in a relationship, you're married, and the obstacles of just kind of going through what people are trying to discredit you guys because what is really love? And she told me that, acceptance as far as you loving a person for who they are, understanding, the biggest thing is stay true to yourself. You love yourself, and you love the next person down next to you. She kind of broke that down, and it made a whole lot of sense. And you know what? I respect her and Graham. Like I said, I would never take anything away. They're really good people, and I feel like people should understand. That's two examples, how my parents were, Delia and Graham. I just feel like if I have to bring that back a little bit more, I feel that I'm not saying everybody, but I feel like there's sometimes black people can really discredit fucking white people just because interracial, and that's like the biggest thing. Some of y'all don't want to admit that or not. It's all good. On the flip side, white people discredit black people for interracial coupling too. Everybody has their knick-knack, their point of views as if it matters the most. It doesn't. You don't live your life for nobody else. You live your life for yourself. You choose to have people around you and you accept them. You love them for who they are, where they came from, the demographics and how they mold themselves to the man or woman that they have become. You know what? Before I actually got on camera, I actually looked at an article. 5 reasons being in a interracial relationship is still hard. This is from Kayla Welch. So Kayla Welch, if you're watching this, I thank you for putting this article. You know, this was from February 11, 2015, but it still makes a lot of sense to go back and read. So number 5 reason, you become more self-aware and socially conscious. Your race really did play a big part in how you grew up, whether you realized it before or not. Watching how your partner is treated and how you're treated together in big and small ways will illuminate many elements of life that are typically regulated to the background. No, you don't deserve a gold star for dating someone of a different race, but you do get to benefit from the intelligence that comes from multi-dimensional viewpoints, which, that's a good pointer. Learning new languages, new foods, new music, new histories, and new realities. You'll be forced to think broadly in a big picture, I just said that, ways that you might never have considered before. Interracial relationships can reveal how differences continue to make certain people uncomfortable, which I pretty much elaborated. You know, black people can be hypocrite with certain black people that go out and date outside their race. On the flip side, white people be very hypocritical to other whites that date blacks, Hispanics, Germans, Russians. You know what I mean? Like that's what usually happens. That's number 5 reason though. 4, when others play it so cool, they just make it weird. Which, let's just keep it real. I'm sure some of y'all interracial couples are probably gonna look at this video, and you know what I'm saying, they'll know there's probably some certain friends that you're really cool, maybe that you do look up to in life. You tell them certain things, and next thing you know, they meet the significant other, and you know, they tend to make things very odd. I've had that happen before, no joke. Other lines within this category include, you guys are just so inspiring. You're the future. That's like a number 1 quote for anyone that does that. You're how we finally end racism. You look so good together. You're my favorite couple, and you compliment each other nicely. Which, I mean, I gotta be honest, that's low-key sarcasm. Like, nobody doesn't know that. Everybody knows that, period. Number 3 reason, the expectation, that is a big deal. How do your parents feel about that? And depending on how they were growing up culturally, maybe they're not accepting it. I hear that question so many times that I just integrate into my introduction speech. My mom and dad have always been very consensuous people, but for some reason, even my friends were expecting them to blow a gasket or pop a blood vessel in their eyeball. Over dramatic. I feel like people kind of tend to do that, as if it, like I said, it's not accepting to some, but again, you live your life for yourself. Do what makes you happy. That's what, at the end of the day, do what makes you happy. 2 reasons, number 2. Strangers or even tasteless acquaintances might take offensive assumptions. Well, this is probably a good one right here. For some reason, dating a member of another race automatically means that you have a fetish. That's kind of fair enough right there. This is especially true for men of color that date white women. Certain people just assume that they have a sexualized obsession with whiteness. Me personally, I never been through that. I never dated a white girl. Never. I know that probably sounds, oh my god, you're fucking biracial. You should be seeing what other women are like. And you know what I mean? I'll get to my point of view at the end of this. For example, one of my then boyfriend's cousins posted a Facebook comment beneath our first photo together saying something like, "Hey cuz, can you get me over there so that I can have one too?" And I don't think he was talking about the ice cream cone we were holding. Of course, it runs both ways. People have also implied that I have a thing for race. Why do you date such and such? Or is this a phase? People really question. Maybe just trying to understand. So that's the number 2 reason. Number 1. Yes, sir. Yeah. Number 1 reason, the mystery of the kids, such as myself and others around the globe. As you might have picked up from my first anecdote, people will wonder endlessly, what will your children end up looking like? It doesn't matter if you express no interest in having children, or it doesn't matter if you're even out of college yet and you're in the pre-stages of pregnancy. Will your babies have blue, green, brown eyes, red hair, and dark skin? They will be neon, glow in the dark. You know, on my personal experience, you know, growing up as a military brat, you know, I've been questioned a lot as far as where do I fit in? Or when I hang out with a lot of black people, which I do have a lot of black friends. I got nothing against white folk. I walk with certain white people that I feel like I tend to draw a crowd to. Either you love me for who I am, or you just move on. Mine, just keep it rolling. You know what I mean? Like, there is a time in my life so far which I've been questioned as far as where do I fit in, as far as being with the black crowd, the white crowd. Like, who really are you? Like, I remember, no joke, in school, someone used to say, well, he doesn't matter, he's a nobody, and he was fucking adopted type shit. Like, I got so disrespected, I got called adopted. There's one time someone was trying to holler at my mom, was like, yo, who the fuck is this dumpster baby type shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, people are really fucked up. My bad, y'all. Had to go handle something real quick. But, yeah, back to the topic. You know, I think I was on my personal experience. Yeah, I had to think about that for a second. Yeah, getting called dumpster baby. I was adopted. Oh, we don't fuck with you because you're not really black like that. You know, like, all this shit in the book so far. However, I have, excuse me, I had to go get my laptop charger because it's about to die. I have been accepted to a lot of people's lives as far as they accept me for who I am, and they usually ask me questions like, well, what do you think about, let's say, Serena Williams situation? She just commented the other day, or that she feels that white men treat her better than black men. You know, there's some people in that world that have a preference like that. I mean, can you really fault people for thinking that way sometimes? I mean, it's like a yes, and it's kind of like a no at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So, people are very critical. Let's say hypothetically speaking, I'm gonna just use my ass for example. If I was to go and date a white girl, which I've been told that before. I know she's gonna look at this video like, yeah, you're fucking crazy. I've been told that you look like the type that you would go for a white girl. So let's just say hypothetically I was to go out and date a white girl. And just to keep it 100, y'all, I just felt like I will probably get trolled. I get put on blast. And you know what I'm saying? And two people they're gonna look at me differently because me, and in all due respect, I don't date white girls. That's just not me. I mean, you want me to be honest? You want to know how it is as far as dating me? I don't date white girls. Don't get me wrong. Are there some out there that are really fine as hell? Absolutely, but it's not my type. Now, some people are gonna probably look at this video like, well, since that's the case, then what's really your type? I love black women. I love black women. I feel like they're so empowered. They're so mentally strong, and it seems like some people really look at black women as far as, oh, they just have funky ass attitudes. They don't take shit from nobody. Yeah, that might be true, but you have to understand, you have to open up your mind as far as understanding where they came from, where they grow up, what is their intentions, what is their plan in life. And so far, I have never been questioned as far as, why do I date black women? I love black is beauty to me. I just feel like people mistreat black women just because of just certain things that just pop out, a couple of thorns on an apple, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like black beauty to me, I'm sorry, I just feel like black beauty to me shouldn't be underrated. I'm sorry, I feel like it's bullshit when people look at black women, just feel like it rubs them the wrong way. And you know what? I'm staying true to myself, y'all. I love black women. You know what I'm saying? They got us to me. You okay there? You're not dying? Yeah, that's a dog over there. So yeah, black women to me are goddesses, and I just feel that, you know, they're empowered, ambitious. They're gonna take care of themselves, and even if they have kids involved, you gotta respect them. Women with kids, I know people are particular as far as dating a black woman with kids. Let me tell y'all something right now. I'm not gonna make no video about it. I was gonna just add this in to this topic. I feel that you gotta respect them as a mother before as a woman. Y'all don't. You already shot yourself in the foot before you even get started. You feel me? So, other than that, that's the end of it. If y'all guys have any questions, or matter of fact, people that can understand, put your input, please, because I feel like this is such a big deal now. Not how it used to be like in the 70s, 80s, and even my era, the 90s. Put your input out there. Put where it counts. Because at the end of the day, love has no color. And regardless of people can talk shit, disrespect you, they can do all that. But you know what? They're scared. They're scared because they're not you. So on that note, follow me under, the description. I want to put this out there. Trying to show love to the world, you feel me? So, till next time, I'm out.